Hello. Last week I updated you following the recent cyber attack on the HSE system, and of course, as we all know, Tusla is hosted on the HSE systems, and so we are affected by that cyber attack. At that point in time, I was able to give some early messages and early focus on priorities. The first priority remains the exact same as it did last week and will for next week and the weeks to come, and that is to focus on providing the best level of service that we can to the children and the families who rely on us to provide that service. I know that you, all of you, have spent the last year now and more adjusting to new ways of working to continue to provide those services, and this cyber attack has further challenged you to be able to do that. Going back to manual systems, pen and paper, using phone, not having access to email, all of those are significant challenges for you as you carry out your work. But I do want to emphasize the importance of us enabling you to continue that work. I want to address some brief short messages if I can today. The first is in relation to information and data security. I'm aware of a lot of concern and a lot of commentary about the possibility of data theft. While we have no assurance or indication at this point in time of data theft, that is something we have to be constantly vigilant about because of the nature of the particular attack that took place on the HSE network. We're working with many partners to ensure that every step is taken to maximize security and also to ensure that we do everything to mitigate the possibility of personal information or data being leaked. We have many systems in place which are in the background and not visible to many, but which are ensuring that we're able to work through and manage as many of the issues as we possibly can. And indeed that we keep those as far away from you as possible to enable you to continue the work you're doing. I do want to give advice to staff and indeed to any member of the public you're dealing with. If you do receive an unsolicited contact from somebody, or if you do believe that your data or your personal information has in any way been compromised or maybe in the possession of people who shouldn't have it, the first and foremost thing to do, and it is really important to do, is to go and report that to your local Garda station or the Garda confidential line, and also to advise your line manager so that we can make our assessment of that situation. I hope that does not arise, but it is important for you to be aware that those are the steps that you should take. Following on from the issue of data security, I want to focus now briefly on recovery. Recovery means getting our staff and our workforce back to a position where people are able to communicate using email and using other systems. There's also the very sensitive issue of being able to access our file shares and our databases which are hosted on the HSE network. Very positive signs of restoration are there and steps are being taken to get to that restoration. However, it is important to stress that that will take some time. There are many, many steps to be gone through to ensure that as we bring systems back into play and open up access to them, that they are as secure as they possibly can be. And so that is going to take some time. I would ask you to bear with us, and we will continue to communicate with you in as many ways as we possibly can to keep you up to date with what is happening. In the meantime, again, I want to conclude as I started, and I want to say thank you to all of you, to the people who are out there who have worked so hard to make sure that vital services continue. The people in the background who have worked so hard to ensure that our financial systems can work to pay basic things like foster care allowances, aftercare allowances, and indeed the payroll system. These have taken enormous effort, and I want to thank everybody who has stepped up and contributed so much effort to that. We'll need to continue to rely on you for a little while more to be able to do that. And in the meantime, please watch out tusla.ie using your own personal device for further updates. Thank you.